Welcome, Animane. Today we're doing something special. I started the video today because these guys are very lazy.
Yeah, they can't. Jerry's asleep back there, obviously.
So
He's
lazy.
too drunk. He had a few too many brewskis.
He's curled up in a ball on the floor like T. Gray the cat.
Yeah, where is T-Gray? Hiding?
Probably in Colin's room.
Always hiding.
T-Gray!
That's definitely going to make her stay away.
That doesn't work. I tried.
I tried.
Anyways, episode
45, you said?
45.
44.
Hey, I have a good idea. I have a great segment for this podcast.
Okay.
Okay, let's hear it.
Animane Podcast, episode 45. Let's Get Deep 2.0.
Let's get deep.
Okay.
In the deep. When was the last time we got deep?
Like, very early episodes.
Yeah, that was like one of our earliest episodes. Deep as Dirt Talks. Remember that, guys?
So we should ask Caden questions because I know all about you already.
Okay, Caden, how old are you?
Oh, here we go.
Wrong.
I'm Chris Hansen. And I'm with Dateline NBC.
Yes.
Where we try to catch adults trying to be with teenagers.
Are you Robert Pattinson?
You see how this long?
No, I'm Chris Hansen.
He is Chris Hansen.
I am Chris Hansen.
You're Chris Hansen.
So why did you meet up with that 14-year-old?
It's not real.
You see how this looks, right?
You see how this looks.
So-
What does that do?
September.
August.
Oh my god,
October
that's
25th.
When
That's
does a woman
next month.
look most pregnant? What month does a woman look most pregnant? August.
What?
What is the capital of Egypt? Pyramids.
August.
August.
Anyway, sorry to hijack the show there.
What is the capital of Maine?
Street. Main Street.
It's actually Augusta.
I knew that.
I did.
I know we're in Augusta.
What is the capital of Alaska? Alaska.
Boise.
Juneau. Skagway.
He knows. He's only been there like twice.
Was I right?
Boise.
Boise State.
Anyway, guys, how are you?
Yeah, so Anime Podcast 45.
You want some heroin?
We should have done one before
We should have
this.
shut up before. We can
These
cut
guys,
this.
they're just scratching and itching to get their next dose in, aren't you?
You won't ever understand. Sex, especially when you do it with it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's why I shoot up between the webbing of the track marks.
I love shooting up right here so people know I donate plasma.
Bro, that's
Hematoma.
such a disgusting visual.
What?
You said the same word as visual.
I'm not gonna repeat it.
You repeated it twice.
The hematoma?
No.
It's shooting up between your fingers?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, dude, it's like...
Oh! Makes me fucking cringe!
Nobody can see it then, bro. It's fine. I do it between my toes, too.
Where else do you do it between?
Yeah, guys.
The armpit's a good spot.
Your dick in your ass?
No.
We're filming this on a Saturday instead of
Today's Friday.
Oh yeah, Friday. Fucking the days blur.
That's what happens when you're an addict. A heroin addict.
It's true. Every day is great at your tune.
It's great when you're.
What's the Easter egg song for heroin?
Always running.
Always running.
I am running from something unbecoming, unstoppable. I need heroin in my veins right now.
Freestyle.
I'm gonna kill.
We haven't played BO2 in a fast.
Yeah, I keep trying.
It's
but
because
guys just
you
wanna play
are
the
never
long
on
dark.
at 12:30 and you're never on at 12:30.
Well,
You guys just want to play the long dark every time you get on. And I'm like, bro, I want to play BO2.
We love long dark.
It's so fun because I make the party and this guy joins. Guess what he's playing? He's playing Long Dark. He's the one that did this.
He's the long darker.
I love surviving in Canadian wilderness.
Oh, dude, I was there in the party when Alex got the big deer. And
I got 11 kilograms of meat from that deer.
yeah.
And then died on the way home.
Nope, I got home and I cooked it all. It took me 4.5 hours to carve up that damn carcass.
4.5
I love realistic Canadian landscape survival where sun blows out and it's just an ice age again.
Yeah.
Ice Age. Ice Age. SpongeBob Ice Age.
Anyway.
So let's get deep with Caden.
Oh, why?
Because I got deep with Alex the other night and we learned a lot of things.
But the podcast doesn't need to know everything about.
Well, we'll go clockwise. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Clove
You're
o'clock.
12 o'clock. We have to go clockwise.
You're clove o'clock. You're cock o'clock.
But what does that have to do with anything? I still don't want the podcast knowing everything.
Yeah, but you're 12 o'clock. So,
So 12 o'clock.
So you have to start.
So.
Look, I have an idea. We'll ask you one question you have to answer with 100% truth. Then we'll go to
Unlike
me.
you usually do.
You liar.
I
Then we'll go to
don't
me.
lie.
You guys can ask me anything, and then we'll go to Alex and we'll ask him anything.
Caden's right, this is lame.
Like, I am down to do that with you guys off camera, but for the podcast's sake.
Sounds like he's got some problems at home.
I just don't have anything to ask you guys because, like, I'm drunk and high.
And I also just don't care.
I don't have a lust. Yeah, I do not have a lust for life. There's very little things I know about myself.
I don't have problems.
Sounds like you need to
at
shoot
all,
up
but,
again.
I need to.
I mean, ask me a question. Should I
You said it.
go for it? Give a
Go
fuck.
ahead.
We're getting deep and personal with each other, I guess.
Okay, so this is going to be a segment more than a question because it's going to be a series of questions.
Oh Lord, I'm not ready for this pop quiz.
So how long have you been with Macy?
Our 3 year is in October, so almost 3 years.
October 18th.
Yeah.
See, I know.
It's crazy.
For real, bro.
It's crazy.
Well,
you
my
know
law-
that, bro.
You want to know why now?
This relationship.
How?
Because me and Titi's is December 18th.
Oh, that's funny.
So it's always easy to remember.
Oh. Yeah.
So, on top of that,
That's
how
cool.
are y'all doing?
They're great.
Where's the ring?
Where's the house?
Where's the...
Where's
Bro, I never really, if you guys want to get truthful here, I've been a lot better with like saving money. You know, I had like
Since when?
this year, the past couple months, I paid off my car this year. So, and then the full-time position finally opened at my job, so I took that. Now I'm gonna be working more, making more. So, yeah, I got that paid off, and I'm just kind of trying to minimalize like what I purchased and whatnot, because I'm really trying to save a lot of money to like get the ring, get our own place together, you know, shit like that. Because obviously, like, we've been staying at my parents' place for like
Since you were born.
yes, since you were born. But me and Macy are staying with my parents, and obviously, like, we both want our own place. But she's pretty good with savings, and she has a lot in savings, and I'm just trying to basically save a little bit more so that, like, when we eventually move out on our own, we have the funds to pay for all the shit we need, like furniture, just the expenses of living, stuff like that. And also I'm saving up for a ring. But yeah.
Can In-N-Out job afford that?
Yeah. Like I was already getting paid like pretty good, but I was only really working like 30 hours a week, so like just the more hours, more money, it'll be way better, and I can actually afford to live and be out on our own basically. Because yeah, I wanted full-time at In-N-Out for a while, but there was already so many people that were full-time, and they were kind of lame about it too, because they were like, we can't have too many full-time positions here, you'll just have to wait it out. And then that new store opened, and half of our managers and half of our fucking cooks and whatnot, half of our associates went over to that store. So our store right now is kind of just barely getting by. We're low-key struggling. Like, definitely business is a little bit slower, still busy, but yeah, that full-time position opened up, so now I'm working that. I'm gonna be closing a lot more nights, and it's low key chill. Low key days go by fast. But yeah,
Days go by slow, but the weeks go by fast.
yeah. I feel like I just when I work, my brain kind of just shuts off and does the thing, and then I'm like, oh, it's already 5. It's time
He
to go home.
deactivates his consciousness,
Or like-
locks into autopilot
I don't
burger
know.
making mode, and then
Burger flip.
right when he gets into the locker room, he's like, "What a great
I
day
don't
at
know,
work!
like
I didn't even
Severance?
I didn't even know what that was."
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Nobody.
yeah.
yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Alex.
So yeah, was that well,
Next question in the segment.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, Jackson's turn.
No, I had a question. I
No,
forgot.
no, now Jerry's turn.
12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And Jerry's 6.
Yeah, he's last always.
So Jackson, how old are you?
Oh, 22.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
22 and a half? I don't know.
Okay.
My birthday's not even 6 months away. It's like 8 months away.
Right.
And now what?
What was your other question?
I was gonna ask you, so you've been at the company for a while. Are you going to pursue a higher level in the company now that you're like kind of almost peak level of like the regular in that store? Are you gonna try to become like a shift lead in your store? And then beyond
Yeah.
that, go further. But with shift lead, they're gonna like move you around. At least I know, like when I was in Arizona and I was working there, our shift leads were like they'd work at this store and then they'd work at this store, so they have experiences all over the place.
Yeah. I've been there 5 years now because I got hired in March of 21. And yeah, I've always thought about it. Like, I can still get my level 7 and stuff. And that's like kind of learning the shift lead, and you can do extra shit and whatnot. And it's another pay raise, but yeah, I don't know.
Do you want to find yourself in that kind of position or not? Because then, like, if
Yeah.
you're not going to, what's after that? Because you've been there for so long, you know.
Yeah.
Like at this point, if you're not going to go all the way, then you're going to go all the way somewhere else.
Yeah.
So you're not a potato peeler?
Not anymore. He's just a goddamn patty flipper.
Yeah, I mean, I like it there. Like, it's a chill environment.
I like
fun
Matt
for
and
the most
stuff.
part. Obviously, it has its
Matt.
moments and its whatnot, but yeah, it's been like a really good paying job. I've been able to buy a lot of stuff and pay off my car and go on all these cool trips and whatnot, you know. So, and especially now, like that I have full time, there's a lot more like benefits you can get to. So like, whenever me and Macy get married, they have like a health insurance that's just like covered when you're full time, and you can like add your spouse to it, and it's like pretty cheap, but it's like very good coverage. And they also have like, I know they have like dental plans and vision stuff, so there's like a lot of good benefits for being full time. Obviously, like when you're a manager, you get paid a little bit more, but the stress of having to deal with so many things all at once, that's just like, I don't think I could do that every single day. Like, I'm pretty content with like doing what I'm doing now. Those guys, I give my salutes to them, because it's a different type of sacrifice you have to be willing to give to like make that shit run. You have to constantly be watching everybody, making sure all the customers get all their shit, rotating people on breaks and shit. And especially since In-N-Out is so popular and so busy, it's like always go, go, go. You can't ever slow down. It's crazy. So I don't think that's...
You know what also has really good benefits?
What?
The U.S. Army. I'm here to recruit you.
This is his segment, guys. We're gonna ask Jackson all about his military war now.
Okay.
So, you signed a contract, right? Like
Yes.
when you sign up, and how long is that for? Like
6 years.
Okay. Are you planning on like doing another one after that ends? So how does that work? Because I genuinely don't really know.
I'm almost 2 years in. In October, it'll be 2 years since I signed. Once I get to the end, my career that I want to pursue is going to require me to do a lot of school. And if I want them to keep paying for that, then yes, I will resign.
So you're probably gonna.
So probably. Because school does not seem to be ending in the next 4 years.
Well, that's crazy.
So yeah. Next.
Why aren't you an electrician
Next.
with your buddy Alex? Schooling is only 4 years.
Because I don't care.
And you make $40 an hour.
Because as a radiologist, I can make more than that.
Yeah, but so what?
Work with friend.
So what? Be my foreman.
Be my foreman.
Be my foreman.
How's the lighting look?
I thought you were talking about at work. How's the lighting look, dude? I was working on lighting today.
I know.
Well, the sun's going down a little bit, so we
let's
might.
end the podcast.
well,
Thanks
we
for
might
watching. It was a minute.
No, this is great.
Like
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, it's probably okay.
Yeah.
Maybe like close it a little bit more. Open it a little. That's probably okay. Maybe we can turn on a light over there or something.
Maybe we just turn that light on.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay.
Okay, Lance. Continuing.
I'm the only one on the podcast right now.
Fuck.
Okay, well. Did you enjoy your time at Basic? How was that experience? No contact.
Well, I've talked to Alex a little bit about it at the gym. Just some of the things I did fucking do. Honestly, basic training was scary and intimidating, but looking back, it was a fun experience.
Yeah.
At the time, honestly, like, yeah, shit fucking sucked. There was some fucking shit that just fucking sucked. But it was very short. Like, 10 weeks goes by fast. Especially when you do a whole year's training after that. 10 weeks out of like 52 feels like nothing. So yeah, it felt very short in retrospect.
Yeah.
Not too bad. I would say the worst experiences were like the first 2 or 3 days there. Technically the first 2, because they call them like it's the first 3, so they call it the first 72. Where like you get to your battery or company, wherever you're at, and they fucking just hammer you, bro. Like, the first day I got there, I probably did like 1,000+ push-ups.
Damn.
And we had these camelbacks on our back. I don't know how much they carried, but they were pretty they had like this much size, and they'd go on your back, and they'd fill it all the way. I drank 3 of those. Didn't pee once because I sweated all out. It was rough. We did this thing called shower drills, where we'd stand. So our place where we slept was kind of like this just big rectangular room, and it was just lined with bunks, and in between the bunks was lockers, so you could put your shit away. And right in front of the bunks was this line of tape that lined the entire rectangle. And so they'd be like, all right, toe the line. Everybody would get in front of their bunk on the line. You'd be standing there, and they'd be like, okay, we have to fucking clean y'all's asses now. And so you'd be like, fuck. And they'd be like, okay, we're gonna do time drills. You have 30 seconds to go into your locker and grab like a pair of shorts, a pair of underwear, and like a shirt. They would just give you like 3 items to grab. Mind you, right before this, they made you dump everything out you had just in the locker. So it was just a mound of everything. So it was not easy, per se, to find all your shit, because it was just in a giant pile. So they'd be like, all right, go. And everybody in the room had to be counting down, but like military-wise. So it'd be like 30, 29, 28, and we'd be counting down, and whoever didn't come to the line with their stuff and the time that they needed to, we would all drop and just sit in like the front leaning rest, which is like the push-up position without going down, like a plank. You would just sit there and wait for these people to fucking scramble around and find their shit while the drill sergeants are just yelling at your ass like, you guys are fucking pieces of shit. You guys are miserable. I've had faster soldiers than this many years ago. You guys are terrible. All that shit. You just be sitting there like, and we did that over and over because they would do it in small segments. So they'd be like, all right, go grab your shorts and underwear. Okay, cool. Now go grab your socks and your shirt. Okay, cool. Now go grab your laundry bag. Cool. And it was just like, we did it like 6 times, like 6 rounds of it. And at the end, they're like, okay, put everything in your laundry bag and hold it up in front of you. Don't fucking drop your arms. And everybody would be sitting there, and that shit's kind of heavy because it's got like, 10 or 11 items in it, and you're just like holding it. And then if you dropped a little bit, they'd be like, hold your fucking arm up. You fucking grew it. You can fucking hold it. You grew it. And then you'd just be fucking suffering there. And then they're like, okay, everyone's got their shit. Shower time. You go into the bathroom. There's 20 showers and 20 sinks. And so it'd be like 40 at a time, 20 in the showers, 20 in the sinks. You have 10 minutes, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes here.
Shower in the sink?
There's showers and sinks.
What?
Like a tub, kinda, or
No, there's like actual showers. Like you go in there and just like in a regular shower with like curtain and shit.
yeah.
There's 20 of them, and then there's 20 sinks on the other side.
Still like wash your hands.
Right?
Yeah.
So 10 people would be going in there doing their like brushing their teeth, washing their face or whatever, and then they would switch with the people in the shower and wash up. And so as we'd go in, we'd have to count. And so when you go in, you'd be like, well, 03, 04, 05. Well, I was with a bunch of dummies. So they all just like kept fucking up their count somehow. Either they forgot what number came next, they were too scared to say their number next, whatever it was. Okay? And every time we'd fuck up, they'd be like, everyone back outside! You guys aren't showering right fucking now! And everybody would come out and we'd run fucking laps around the barracks room, and they'd be like, oh, let's do it again! And then they fucked it up like 3 more times. And at the 3rd time, the drill sergeant was just so fucking pissed. He thought we were such fucking dumbasses. He like started getting angry, and he like picked up this foldable chair and threw it across the room. I had to jump over it. It almost hit me. I had to jump over it as we were running laps. Finally, we got in there, bro. You fucking strip down as fast as you can. Mind you, the uniform is like shirt, jacket, pants, boots, socks, everything, bro. So you're like stripping down as fast as you can. There's also 20 other guys around you also stripping down as fast as they can. Then you're like running into the showers. You get like maybe 2 minutes in the shower, and you're like, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna get dressed again really quick. And then we switch, and you do the fucking bathroom stuff. And then you get out, and like everybody's done. Mind you, if you were one of the first ones to go in, like the first 40 to go in, there's still like maybe 30 other people that have to do it. While they're showering and getting ready for bed, you're also in the front leaning rest, just already sweating and ruining your fresh shower body that you just made. Finally, everyone gets out, and they're like, all right, everybody go lay down in bed. And we all lay down in bed, and then they turn the lights off, and you're just like, miserable.
Oh my god.
That's just shower drills. That was just like one thing we did.
That sounds like pure discipline.
Now, into the night, we would have something called fire guard. So every hour, somebody would have to be awake. Somebody watching the desk for people who came in and like documenting who came in to like make sure no bad people come in, right? Supposed to teach us that shit. And the other person's like doing maintenance around the bay, like sweeping, cleaning the bathroom, something. And so you'd be like finally asleep, and then you have fire guard at 10 o'clock, and somebody comes over with a red light in your eyes. It's like, hey, you got fire guard. And you'd be like, fuck, I just fell asleep. And then you'd go fucking sit at the desk for a while, and nobody would ever come in, so you're just like slowly nodding off, but you're kind of scared because somebody might come in, and then you have to be like, hello, I'm here, I'm like, good boy. And the other person's off, probably fucking off, because cleaning's fucking boring, especially when you were just asleep and you don't want to be awake right now, so you're just like fucking off somewhere. And then your hour's up, you go wake up the next people, they get pissed at you, and like you're like, reasonably so, I was pissed too. And
Dude, how
then
long
you go
is
back to
fire
sleep.
guard?
An hour.
An hour.
Yeah, it was worst like when you were like had 3 to 4 because wake up was 4, so you would just lose an hour of sleep. Like I guess everybody lost an hour of sleep, but like you would wake up and you would just be up for the rest of the day at 3 instead of 4 like everybody else.
You wouldn't be able to go back.
Yeah, and you would be the one that turns on the lights. And dude, I was on the top bunk, and we had these giant luminescent lights right above us. Dude, when that shit turned on, it was so
Boom!
I used to wear a beanie. Like, issued us a beanie for like cold weather, and I used to wear it all the time over my eyes so that the beam wouldn't be so intense on me like when I woke up. Usually I would like get a slight hint of light, and then it would just be like, lights, everyone wake up, because we would have like formation, like depending on how your room was, like they'd be like, hey, wake up time is this, formation is this, and so the room would kind of decide all together like, hey, should we wake up 30 minutes early or an hour early just so we can make sure we get down there. So if you didn't make it down there all in time, you're getting fucked up again. Mm-hmm. So it was like, usually we would always just wake up 30 minutes early. We'd all like, I would wake up, get out of my bed, you'd have to make it, so you'd have a nice bed before you left. People found tricks where they never had to get under their covers. The bed was always made because we had these sleeping bags, so they would just sleep in their sleeping bags, which was smart. And I stupidly adopted it like 8 weeks in out of the 10 weeks. And I was like, that 1 week I had it, I was like, this is awesome. I should have done this the whole time. But yeah, you would have to wake up, make your bed. There's somebody below you, so they're also running around the bed, like making theirs. So you're like working around them. Mm-hmm. Then you get in your locker room, you get all your uniform stuff, whatever you have to have for that day ready, and then you run downstairs and get information, and then they do a count to make sure everyone's there. If nobody makes it in time, you're running sidewalks. And sidewalks is like, there's a battery right here where I was, and right next to us was another battery. And there was a sidewalk that like lined us with each other. And you would run out of the battery, you'd have to run all the way down the other end, back to this side, one more back time, and then you'd come back in. Long sidewalk. It probably definitely got my cardiovascular system up, which is probably a huge reason why I was very fit after basic, but lots of running. And sometimes they'd be like, minute 50, sidewalk. And if somebody didn't make it, go again. And you just keep doing it until they're like, okay, you're done. Sometimes, like, I'd always be one of the fastest. And so, like, to come back and they'd be like, nope, keep going. I'd be like, no! So I'm over here doing 2 while, like, these fatzos over here are doing, like, maybe 1 or 1.5. And it's like, I'm working harder because you're slow. That was another terrible form of punishment.
Oh, it's so fucking funny.
And then I told you about the whole ab burnout we did for like an hour one day. Mm-hmm. All because we took our dress uniforms. This was like 2 or 3 weeks before graduation, so we started getting them ready. Mm-hmm. We took them to the dry cleaners on base, and we have like 4 platoons. It's like 200 people. And so like, you know, one platoon's going to like do it while everybody else is just standing in formation, just waiting to like for their turn. And I guess people were talking and being disrespectful by like just talking and fucking around in formation. And so when we all marched back, we all just got fucking destroyed by an ab burnout. I don't know, this drill was on one that day. He was usually chill, but for some reason he was pissed that day. And like, holy shit, I told you, there was like bicycles, it was like crunches, it was like planks, and it was just for an hour straight, like no breaks in between. And then they kind of pranked us because they were like, all right, now go upstairs and grab your full battle rattle, which is your helmet, your weighted vest, and like just basically all your field kit. And they would sometimes fuck you up doing that. And we grabbed it all and we brought it downstairs, and then they were like, no, we're not doing that. You guys are good. And we were like, fuck, thank God. I also remember one day, 2nd platoon was kind of our rivals. I was first. And they were a good group. They were like the most fit group, but they were always fucking up. And their drill hated it. And one day, it's like near the end of the day, we're about to do final formation. We're about to like do final formation so we can finally go back to the room and go to bed. Mm-hmm. And they call us all down. We get down there. 2nd platoon's not there. And so we're like, what the fuck's 2nd platoon? We look out to the right. Out in the grass field next to us, it's pouring rain. They're all in full battle rattle. They're all in a line next to each other doing fucking sit-ups together, doing crunches, doing the most vigorous workouts, all in the rain as their drill is just screaming at them, bro.
Oh, no.
And
God.
I had never heard the drill pad that quiet. We were all like, just silent, because we did not want to get fucked up like that either. Yeah. I had not heard it that quiet before. I remember occasionally I was kind of in the back and I'd just kind of be like, hell no, bro. Yeah, that was terrible. There was a tornado when we were there.
What did they do?
What did who do?
Platoon 2.
Dude, it was just like a buildup of things. Like they were just being terrible. Like when we were out doing training events, they were just loud and just fucking around when they weren't supposed to. Just stupid shit like that, you know. When we were in the middle of basic, we were doing the rifle phase, where we had to learn all about the rifle and then also qualify with them by like shooting targets on the range. And one of the days we got back from the range, as we were leaving, there was this giant storm coming in. We're in Oklahoma, by the way, so Oklahoma storms. And we saw like this giant, dark, just like field of death just coming in from the sky. And we're like, well, we're leaving, so whatever. It rains here. And we went home. We all went to the drill pad. We were all formed up. It starts sprinkling. It starts raining. It starts pouring. And then it's fucking raining sideways. And we're like, wow, this is a crazy storm. We're like undercover, so it's like, you know, we're just kind of looking at it like, holy shit, it's raining like crazy.
Yeah.
And then we hear, the fucking tornado siren. And then the drills get like alerts on their phone, and they're like, okay, everybody in the fucking building right here. We're all like cycling into like the brigade classroom. There's all the other batteries that are connected to this. There's like 3 other ones. They're also all in there with us. So there's other units that are like also doing basic training. We're all just like in the freaking classroom waiting for this shit to pass. And then like maybe like 40 minutes later, we all come out. They're like, all right, coast is clear, I guess. We come out. It's a bright blue sunny day again. The drill pad is flooded. We brought gear to the range and we came back with it. And we put it all down. It was just in pools of water, bro. All of our shit.
Oh.
And we heard later that the tornado actually touched down on base, and there was this giant oak tree that was huge, got torn off its fucking base and just like fell down and caused power lines to go down. And yeah, we saw that as we marched past it a couple days later.
Oh, damn.
That's insane.
That was wild.
That's sick. But crazy.
Tornado Alley, bro.
Exactly.
I've never seen a tornado. That's fucking fire.
There was more bullshit we did. Also on range week. I guess we were just being bad at the range and we were just fucking off and they were just getting pissed at us. And so when we came back that night, we had these like reserve drills. So like some of our drills we had there left, and we had reserve drills that are kind of like reserves or National Guard. So they only, when they're drill sergeants, they only drill like 2 or 3 months out the summer. So they came in and they were pissed at us, and they're fresh. So they're like, they don't know us, so they don't know like how we are. And they freaking formed us all up, talked to us about how we were terrible people. And then they pulled one person from the male bays and one person from the female bays, and they're like, hey, this is the outfits. There's 3 outfits. Outfit 1 is this, outfit 2 is this, and outfit 3 is this. And then they put them back in the formation, and they'd be like, okay, everybody, outfit 2, you have 10 minutes, go. And we'd all have to run into our bays. We'd have to get the one guy who knew it to tell everybody what it was, so that everybody knew what was going on. And we had to fucking get in these goofy ass outfits and run back downstairs in like 10 minutes. And if we didn't make it, we're fucking getting smoked again, bro. And the outfits were goofy as fuck, dude. It was like PT shorts, regular uniform top, hard boots, helmet, pads, and then you're going downstairs and you just look like a fucking clown, dude. We all look like clowns. And we were getting smoked in our fucking clown outfits. There was like 4 rounds of that shit too. It was fucking stupid.
That sounds
It got to a point where like, yeah, we were just laughing. We were like, this is stupid. We're just playing dress up for these guys right now. This is fucking, we were just laughing. And then at the end they're like, you know guys, I know how stupid that was. And that's what basic training is about. When you look back at these memories, you're gonna look back at these stupid ass times you had and you're gonna laugh. And they're right, I do. I look back and I'm like, that was funny, but it was fucking stupid at the time. It was all just some message about embrace the suck and your career is gonna be ass sometimes. Just fucking do it, dude.
Just die for the country.
Just fucking die for your country, I guess.
Just die for the game.
So yeah, that was one memorable smoke session we had. It was stupid. But yeah, pretty chill. It was only 10 weeks.
Yeah.
I learned a lot of things. We did like 3 field exercises. I was in there in the midst of the summer, so it was very hot all the time from like May to July. And on our last field exercise, it was like a giant one. It's like 5 days you're out. And you like ruck out to this one spot, you're gonna camp there, you do some battle drills, you ruck to the next spot, you camp there, you do more battle drills, stuff like that. And so the day we left, we always left early as fuck because we wanted to beat the heat. So I think we were leaving at like 4, maybe even like 3:30 in the morning. Like we'd be up, we'd be getting all our shit on, and we'd be going. We had like the full gear on, we had our giant rucksacks on that had like 40 pounds, 50 pounds. And you have your rifle in your fucking arms, everything. And we're like rucking. We ruck out to the first spot. It's like 9 miles of just walking. I think it took us like 4 hours. And mind you, It was pretty easy for me because I'm tall. I have like a long stride, and it wasn't terrible. And the way that they would do the formations is like all the short people in the front, tall people in the back. So the short people paced us because we don't want them falling out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they still would. And so I'd be all the way in the back because I was one of the tallest. And these short people would just like slowly, like if you were like, you couldn't walk anymore, like you would just kind of move to the middle. And then as you would go, you just slowly fall further behind in the back. And if you fell out of the rucks, you'd like fail. So like you were like, you have to fucking keep going. And these short people in the front would just slowly fall to the back to the point where like us tall people, we weren't supposed to do this, but we were helping them. We would like grab their rucks and then kind of lift them for them and like push them forward as we were going. Yeah, dude, a lot of people just like dying. A lot of short females. But this particular ruck, 8 miles. I think it took us about 4 hours. Luckily on this one, we had the specific MREs that had like a lot of stuff that are good for, like heroin. A lot of stuff that is good for
heroin. Always on.
A lot of stuff that's good for rucks, like all your vitamins and like your carbs and stuff. But then they'd also have gum that had caffeine in it. And we've been starved of caffeine for like 9 weeks now. So when we got that gum, we were like, yes. And it was like little squares that you would get like in those little mint packs. Yeah. But they'd have like 100 milligrams of caffeine in each of them. And I remember like trading with people, like, can I get your gum? Like, I'll trade you this. I'll go get you this, you know? And I had like 4 pieces of gum that day. Just like 400 milligrams of caffeine, just fucking. The fucking ruck was so easy. I was skipping, bro. I was like so happy. I was like, yes, I'm so energized. Let's keep going. We finally get to our spot. We all sit down, we plop down, we drop our bags, we kind of, sit down, relax our feet. We get some breakfast rolling out with some more MREs. We had these like field medics that came through to check our feet just to make sure they were like not getting fucking fucked up, and could keep going. Well, what I didn't realize is in those 9 miles, my fucking heels were just blistered to hell. And I didn't realize that until I like stopped moving. And I was like, holy shit, this fucking hurts bad. And the boots they gave us were bad boots. Oh. They like the boots they issued them, they're heavy, they're just uncomfortable, they're terrible. Oh, yeah. And so we sat down and I'm like, damn, like I have 5 days ahead of me and my boots already fucked me up. What am I gonna do? But I'm just chilling, I'm eating, we're all joking and fucking around, throwing rocks at each other because it's all we can do. We have nothing else to do. And yeah, we had the like little like pebbles on the ground for gravel. We were just tossing. Yeah. Hey, Colin, say hi to the podcast.
Hi, Colin.
What's up? Say hi to the podcast.
Say hi to the podcast.
Sorry. What's up, dude? What's going on? Not much.
We're just talking about stories.
Really?
Yeah.
His war stories.
As I was saying, we'd be throwing these pebbles like from the gravel at each other, like without people noticing. So you just like throw it at somebody who wasn't looking. They'd be like, "What the fuck?" We just kept doing that. Well, the drill is like, "Hey, this isn't the spot I want to actually be at. We need to ruck 2 more miles." Mind you, it's like 12 now. It's like noon. So the heat is starting to pack on. And we're like, I mean, I can't say no, so let's just fucking grab our bags and get going again, I guess. So we start going, we start walking down this road. It cuts into like this really little area where we had like single file instead of 2 lines. And it's just like dirt and fucking grass and shit. We're just like literally walking through this field. We get to this like overhead covering with like all these trees and it's nice, it's all shaded. And then we get to this opening. When you think of Oklahoma and you think of just like these wide open just terrains where there's nothing, that's where we fell into. Like you look around, there's not trees for miles. You're like, oh my god. We get out of this long street, just open, all the sun's killing us. Yeah. Mind you, I didn't have water I drank it all in my canteen in my Camelback, and I was like, well, we're only working 2 more miles. Like, I'll just fill up when we get there. Bad idea. We start walking. We get to that opening. It gets hot as fuck. Oh. We have all this gear on, so we're just even more hot than it is outside. Yeah. And people start falling, like just dropping. And it felt like I was like on the beaches of Normandy. Like you'd be walking and somebody drops, and then somebody drops to like help him, and then over there somebody drops, and then somebody's dropping over here, and then somebody's dropping right here, and then the guy in front of you drops, and you're just like, what the fuck's going on? Like everybody's just fucking dying right now. Oh my God. And then I'm like, oh no, people are heat catting. All of a sudden I'm really thirsty, and it's really hot, and I'm getting anxious because I don't want to heat cat. And so I'm starting to get in my own head and starting to get anxious, and it's making me even worse. And I'm like going up to friends, I'm like, you got water? Like, let me get a sip of your freaking thing. And he's like, yeah, here. Thankfully, this guy had water, and I took some sips. The drill finally was like, all right, everybody stop, because there was like 48 people down.
Oh my god.
So we stopped, and they're like trying to take care of everybody, and we're like all running up to the freaking truck, because there's a truck in the front that has a giant water tank that we just get our water from. So everyone's running up there. There's a giant line to get water, and they're fucking trying to rehydrate. And I guess everybody kind of gets okay enough. We finally get up to the point where we were really close at that point. So we finally, it was like literally just up the road. We like get up the road, we're finally there, we like park everything, we start setting up these giant tents we always set up that like are used to, we had like an air beam that was like an inflatable tent that always had air conditioning in it for people who were going down like that. And then other tents that were just covering from the sun. And so we're all in there and we're like eating our MREs, and then there's like all these water tanks in the middle to like kind of dunk yourself and then like make sure you're all cool. And more people start dropping in the fucking tents, dude, as we're still out there. And then I heard that there was 2 drills that even dropped because of the heat.
Holy shit, dude.
And then all of a sudden we're sitting there and we're all just like, dude, is this going to continue? Like, what are we going to do? Like, there's fucking, a lot of people are down. That's like almost a quarter of our whole fucking battery is down right now. The fucking brigade commander and command sergeant major walk in. Like the highest ranking officials out of nowhere. And it was like, oh, hey, hello, what's going on? And I guess the command sergeant major thought I was like making fun of him. And he was like, what the fuck did you say, boy? And I was like, nothing, command sergeant major. I was getting up for you. And he was like, okay, good.
What'd you say?
I didn't say anything. I think I just kind of got up and I was like, I jumped to attention and I was, maybe looked a little goofy doing it. I don't know.
Jeez, damn.
But then they were going around like talking to people to make sure they were okay. And when they got there, we knew like, okay, this is serious. Because like they're getting involved now. That's not good. And we sat there all day, and eventually we sent everybody back to the battery in like bus loads and car rides. And we spent our field exercise sleeping in the barracks, and then going out in the day to do field exercises and sleep in the barracks. So W us that didn't pass out. I didn't, so W me. The worst part was when we were in that straight where everyone was dying, I was also sweating out of every single pore of my body, and my thighs were chafing. And so when I got there, I had the worst chafe of all time. And I was just praying they canceled this so I could go home and fix it, because I was like, if I have to sit here with this chafe for 5 days, I might end up killing myself. I will find one of the rifles and kill myself, because it was bad. Luckily, we did go back. My friend gave me some itching cream that like really helped it come down. And then yeah, we just spent a couple days going out back and forth to the field doing our shit.
Do you have army issue underoos?
Yes.
That sucks.
They give you, it was the worst too, because they were like the tidy whities, so they like come up to here. It's literally just like covers your dick and then it comes around and covers your ass. You can buy some at the like the shop that we went to, and I bought ones that were longer that kind of like came down here. But turns out it was worse because they were super loose, so it just like rubbed even more. It was worse.
That's horrible.
But then it all culminated in a full 10-mile ruck from like 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. where we just walked for 10 miles, and we came back, and I'll tell you, it was like the most hype moment of my life. Because after that, that's like your final test. Right that night, like you get back at like 3 or 4 a.m. and you immediately go to like this other area that's like like an induction ceremony. And everybody comes up, the drills all speak, the commander speaks. They're like, you know, you guys have done so good over the cycle. We finally made it. You did everything you needed to do. You guys are soldiers now. And then the drills all come by and they like congratulate you, and then they slap the thing on your shoulder, and they're just like, good job, like you were great this cycle, good job. And it's like, hell yeah, we're finally fucking soldiers, dude. It was hype.
Sick. Hell yeah.
And then the last week was just terrible. Because it was just like, clean your gun. And we did it for like 4 days straight. And it was always the fucking star barrel, like the fucking star piece that you could just sit there and just fucking scrub it all fucking day. And then you go up there and they just fucking stick their finger in there and be like, that's black, it's still dirty, you have to go do it again. And he was like, look at it. And they're like, it's still dirty. It was so bad, dude. Oh my God.
Would it be dirty?
Yes.
Damn, dude.
We usually clean our weapons after every time we shot them, which is what we were supposed to do to try to keep them the most clean. But like at the end, you had to like fully clean it so the next cycle could have them. And like it got to a point where like they were just like, all right, if it's fucking, you guys did your best. If it's still dirty, it's still dirty. Just put it back in. We just put it back inside. It was terrible.
That's so.
But yeah, basic was fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, AIT was worse.
AIT.
the second part of the training,
Oh, yeah.
where I was in San Antonio for a year doing X-ray stuff,
Oh, yeah.
that was worse.
How?
So we got there, and we just finished basic, and now we're granted a bunch of freedoms. So it's like, holy shit, like I can have my phone again. On the weekends we can go out once we get to a certain phase. You know, it's like the drills are a lot more chill because you finish basic, so they're not gonna be on your ass as much. Like, it's a new life. Like, I'm super happy that I'm here now. And the first thing I remember when I got there, we were sitting outside the building waiting to do our counselings to just learn what the thing's all about. And these guys walk by, and they're in civilians, like regular clothes. I say civilians. They're in like regular clothes. They have like a bag of stuff they just got from the mall. And they're like, hey, you guys are new. And we're like, yeah, we just got here today. And they're like, you're going to love it here. And I was like, oh, that's good, actually. I'm super hyped. And they were fair to say that because when we first got there, it was pretty good. People were allowed to have their own cars. People were allowed to just like leave after school. People were allowed to go out on the weekends and do whatever the fuck they wanted. Like, it was free. Like, it was just kind of regular life, but you had to come back and do some army shit in like school, you know. They had it good. Well, 3 weeks after I got there, they're like, okay, so we're taking everyone's cars away. You can no longer drive your car, and you can no longer ride in people's cars unless it's an Uber. So that means if your mom comes to pick you up, you can't ride with her. You will get in trouble. Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't going to bring my car anyways, so it's whatever, I guess. That's what I thought. And then as the weeks go by, every week it's just like, all right, we're taking this away. Okay, they're taking this away. Yep, we got to do this now. Oh, you got to take this away now. And it just, everything got stripped from in front of my eyes as I got there.
Why?
Because they had just gotten a new commander like a month before I got there. And he has the free will to just impose whatever he wants. And he thought what they were doing at the time was not good. So that he was like, let's just make it better by stripping everything from them.
Damn.
No cars.
No cars, nothing.
They just
And so,
expect you to just.
It got so bad to the point where it was like mandatory wake up was 4 a.m. PT was at 5 a.m. But in order to combat the 4 a.m. wake up, the drills would come through the halls, banging on the doors. Wake up, everyone! Wake up! And you'd have to like wake up, come to the door, and be like, I'm awake, and they'd be like, okay, see ya. And then you just go back to sleep until like 4:30, 4:45, you know. But they had to do that. It was stupid. So we were like waking up, going back to sleep. On top of fire guard, because we still had it there. And that fire guard was stupid too. But they had to do that, and then you wake up at 5 a.m., you have to get all dressed, go out to the field to do PT, we do some fucking form of exercise, then we'd go back, we'd eat breakfast, then we'd go back to the barracks, shower. Mind you, it was like 3 guys in one room sharing one shower, so it was like everyone fucking shower really fucking fast, and then get all dressed. And we'd all get all dressed, and then we'd go back out to formation, and we'd all fucking march to school, and then we'd be at school from like 7 a.m. till 4 or 3 p.m. Just like in classrooms, like the most dull shit. And I survived only on caffeine there, bro. Like, so much caffeine. It was like, we would teach for like an hour. They'd be like, all right, 15-minute break. We'd all leave. There's like a shop at right next to the school, so we'd just run over there and like grab
Buy
some
some
shit.
cigarettes.
Yeah, we couldn't do that.
What?
No.
I thought this was the army.
No nicotine at the training.
I thought this was the army.
Which is another thing, because a lot of people snuck in nicotine, and people who got caught got fucked up.
I thought this was the army. I'll say it again.
After training,
I thought this
yes,
was
that is the army after training. But yeah, dual ass school, just like learning about the most mundane shit. You like have a textbook and they're just going through slides that is just like reading the textbook. And you're just like highlighting shit, and they're like, okay, we're learning this today, but your test is in 2 days, so I hope you learn this whole fucking giant book in 2 days so we can take the test. And there was like 40 tests, because we covered a lot of subjects. It was a 2-year program in 5 months.
Holy fuck.
And so that was most of my day. And then we get off, and we all go out, sit outside in formation until the drill came to take us back to the barracks, and now, you know, take a variable amount of like 20 to 40 minutes where we're just sitting in the sun, baking and dying. And then we get back, and they'd be like, okay, here's all the announcements for the day, blah, 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 this happened, great, you guys hate your lives, cool, all right. And then we'd all go and march to dinner together, and then we'd all eat, and then we'd march back, and they'd be like, okay, final formation's in like an hour and a half, go enjoy your free time. And we'd go like get out of our clothes and chill for a second with our phones, and then we'd go to final form, and then you didn't have to go to bed, but you had to be in your room by a certain time. So we'd do vet checks after that, and they'd have to come by and be sitting outside your room for so long, and they'd be like, "What's your name?" Private Boatwright. Yes, okay, go in your room. Okay, dude. That was like 5 months of just that bullshit.
Oh,
and it got worse because also when I first got there, you could leave base on the weekends from like 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. in whatever clothes you want, whatever you want to do. I mean, obviously don't drink alcohol, but if you do, just don't get caught. That's what they tell us. They'd be like, don't drink, obviously, but if you do, don't get caught. Just do whatever, just don't get caught. And you just fucking do whatever.
Do whatever. Heroin.
Do whatever.
You probably could.
Don't
Except
get
for
caught.
I did get drug tested twice there.
Oh.
Even though I obviously can't do anything. But it got so bad to a point where from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. to 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And so we would like wake up at like 8 a.m. on the weekends, which was sleeping in for us because we're always waking up at 4. So it's like 8 a.m. wake up, yay!
Yeah.
And we'd come out there and we'd all go to freaking breakfast, and everybody in the entire brigade is going to breakfast at the same time. So there's like 1,500 people all at the same time at the same breakfast spot, and it takes like 2 hours to get in and out. And we're just standing there all day long, and then we fucking finally get back, and they're like, okay, phase 6, you guys can. Phase 5, lunch chow's at 1100. And you're like, I have to do it again in 2 hours! Oh my god, it was bad. But I did get to see a little bit of San Antonio when I was in phase 1, and did get visited by the girlfriend, and I made a really good friend out there, who also had a girlfriend who would come out, and so we'd all like share an Airbnb, and we would leave on the weekends. At some point, they took away our civilian clothes, so we couldn't wear those anymore off base, and we had to wear our dress uniforms. And they would do checks on them to make sure they're in pristine shape before we left. Like, no wrinkles, make sure it looks very straight and nice, you're gonna be going out in public and you have to look good for the U.S. Army. And they'd always check us.
Sounds like a dick.
Yeah, he was. I saw him a couple times in person, I was like, you bastard.
Old?
Yes.
Bastard!
He, so we had to get checked, and then once we would leave, me and my friend low-key found out ways to like sneak our clothes off base. So sometimes
Like
we would sneak off our clothes, and we would give them to our girlfriends. And so every time they fly in, they would just like bring the outfit, and we would just change when we got to the Airbnb. Sometimes we couldn't do that, and so one time we put all of our clothes into a trash bag and our shoes. That was the hardest part, was the shoes. Like, you could kind of probably hide your clothes underneath the uniform. They probably wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah.
But the shoes,
They're bold.
it's hard.
Yeah.
So we put it all in a trash bag. The part where they said we could get picked up at, the only spot we could get picked up at was kind of towards the trash. And so people would always go over there anyways to like take out the trash they had. And so we got checked our uniforms. They're like, okay, sign out. We signed out to tell them where we're going. We go over to there to the drop-off spot, and we got our other roommate to bring out that trash bag of our clothes to look like he's taking the trash out, but he drops it under the stairs kind of right by us where we got to be picked up.
Yeah.
And right when our Uber comes, we grab the bag and run into the car. And he takes us to the McDonald's right off base. We change out of our entire uniform in the bathroom, put it in that bag, and we just chill in our regular clothes all day. And then we come back to the McDonald's, change back to our uniform, and come back on base.
You're so fucked when you get called back now because you just gave that away.
I'm never going back to training. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so we used to do that all the time. And then when we'd come back, it would be dark. And so we're like, well, how are we going to get the trash bag like back into a place where they can't see it? So we would just kind of like peek around the corner to see if anybody was there. If nobody was there, we would just kind of like run and like hide it in like a corner, and then go sign in, and then grab it and run back into the room and change. It was great. It was stupid. We had to do so much bullshit.
Sounds like living with my parents, dude.
It was terrible, bro. Yeah. I found a lot of ways to shit bag out of things though. Just like bullshit that we had to do. So much bullshit we had to do. Me and my friend would just like get out of it somehow, some way. Like PT in the morning, there was these porta potties, and we would just run off into the porta potties and take naps. And like,
damn.
They would never know because there's so many people that are like watching. They're not gonna like keep track of like, oh, butt ride's going to the porta potty. They're not gonna remember that. So you would just sneak off in there, and usually nobody else would go to the bathroom. So you like, it's just all yourself.
How
you just
long?
like sit on the stool, or you sit on the top of the cover, and you just like lay up against the wall until PT was over. Because like you wouldn't sleep fully. You would have like a conscious ear to like still be listening to what's going on outside.
Yeah.
You would like half sleep, and like right when you like could tell that it was ending, we'd like come out of the bathroom and just be like, oh, that was good shit. And you just run back to formation, and then we just leave.
You little fucker.
It was a time, they also introduced PT on Saturdays. So it used to be just Saturdays, just like wake up, it's chill, it's a weekend. And then they're like, nope, we have to PT on Saturdays now. But they did it in a way where like we would wake up and then like the females would all train for 30 minutes and the males would all train for 30 minutes. Well, they would alternate weeks, and so when you're not training, you're supposed to be in the barracks cleaning. They're not really checking, but like, you know, they could come through at any moment. So it's like, it's risky still sort of to like lay down, they could still come check. But one of the days it was males train first, females go to the barracks. And my friend was like, fuck this, I'm not PTing this morning. Let's fucking dip when the females move. And I was like, are we sure? And he's like, yeah, let's fucking do it. And I was like, fuck it, okay. And right when they released all the females, like a giant crowd of females just started walking past us to like go to their barracks. And we just kind of broke off into the formation and just kind of like walked back into our room. Just skip PT that morning.
Got away?
Yes.
Damn.
Always got away with shit.
It's
That's
fire.
crazy, dude.
The worst part is when we did like our army fitness tests, they would do them really early in the morning because they would be like, we wanted to beat the heat.
Yeah.
And it would be really hot during the day, so they're like, let's just do it at like 2 or 3 in the morning. So it would be like cool outside still, because it was like 70 degrees at that time. And the people who did it always had to wake up at like 3:30, and then the people who had to set it up had to wake up at 2:30. And so when you were set up, you were like, damn, bro, I'm going to bed at like 10 and waking up at 2:30, and then I just have to be awake the rest of the day. This is ass. And so you'd wake up at 2:30 and go out and fucking move all these giant weights out and stuff so they could fucking do their tests. And then when they finished, you fucking put it all away, and then you just fucking go to breakfast with everybody else. And sometimes they were like, all right, you guys are done? Go PT. And I'm like, I've been up 3 hours longer than these guys have. Why am I PTing? And then we just have our whole day, and it was just, yeah. So many things. So much bullshit.
That's fucked, bro.
It was fun, but it was ass. Like, I remember there were some days where I was just like,
It was probably just like, you're just like, it's just always something. Just can't get away. It's always something.
always something, dude. It was. You know what, though? On Halloween, they were kind enough to do like we still had to do
For one day.
we had to do PT that morning. I think it was like a Thursday of the year I was there, and the PT was a ruck. It was a shorter, like not like basic rucks. It was like 2 miles, maybe 3 at the longest. Pretty easily, and like the bags were always like 20 pounds instead of like 50.
What are we at?
57 minutes.
Oh, finish it up.
So like it was never like too bad. I didn't mind the rucks there, but they were like, hey, so it's Halloween, so if you guys have costumes, like dress up for the ruck. And
That's cool.
we were like, cool. And so like the day before we went to like the PX and we were like looking for costumes, but there was none. Except for my friend found this costume. It was like one of those inflatable horse legs that goes behind him. And he wore that inflatable horse legs the entire ruck, bro. He said it was the hardest ruck of his entire life. The like commander like gave him a specialized trophy for like best costume. He was like, dude, that was the hardest, worst ruck of my life. I would never do that again. It was so bad.
Someone should have pulled out a dick costume.
Well, I had the bright idea. I was like, oh, costume day. Well, I don't have a costume, but what if I just put civilians on and then like my NBA jersey and just say I'm this player? So I just like wore a hoodie and some shorts and like my jersey, and I got away with just like kind of wearing regular clothes for a costume. Exactly.
That's funny.
It was great.
Hell yeah.
He's like,
I know the lingo.
You do.
Cities.
Cities? Yeah.
I'm LeBron James.
Like cities. LeBron
That's
cities.
After phase 1 though, we went to phase 2 and it was a lot more chill.
Yeah, fuck.
Was there ever a phase 3 or only phase 2?
Phase 2.
Yeah, fuck phase 1.
Yeah, phase 1 was ass, dude.
Yeah, only
Fuck phase. All homies say phase 1.
I did of course drink even though I wasn't supposed to in phase 1.
Yeah, you're getting banned from
Didn't you used to like
Jarhead.
fill up the cup or something, or like?
Didn't you used to keep your piss in because you
Oh, that was
thought
phase
you
2.
could run faster or something?
In phase 1,
Dehydration.
Yeah.
we had Christmas break in the middle. So we actually all got to go home. That's when I went to Georgia in December for like 2 weeks. So everyone in the army or like the military whole wide gets 2 weeks off in December to just chill. And we got to leave and go home. And the day I came back, I came in early. They were like, okay, you have to be back by this date, but like by like 11:59 p.m. Obviously, like end of day, like we're gonna be gracious. It's like cool. So I got back that day at like 4. And I was like, well, I'm back very early. What movies are showing? So I went and saw a movie. I saw like Marty Supreme. And my friend at the time, who was my roommate, who I'm really close with, he was just staying in San Antonio with his girlfriend in an Airbnb. So I was like, hey, let me drop my bag off real quick. And when I got there, I was like telling him about how much I was drinking over December. And he was like, well, I got some alcohol right now. And I was like, fuck it, bro, let me take some. I took like 4 shots of tequila. And then went to the movie theaters.
Damn.
Had a grand old time. Came back after the movie. It's like 8, almost 9. We still have like 2 or 3 hours. And I'm like, dude, let's start drinking. We had to be back in 3 hours. Well, fuck it, let's start drinking. So I drank with him a bunch, and then our other roommate came back in town from Georgia as well, and he was, we were like, dude, come over, dude. We're drinking tequila right now together. Like, come over and drink with us. And he's like, fuck it, let's drink. He came over, we started drinking. I had a plethora of shots. I don't know how many. It got out of hand.
I just lost count.
It was bad.
Lost the sauce.
And at the very end, it was like, okay, we all have to leave. And I'm like, I'm hammered right now. And I have to go back and say hi, drill sergeant. Like, I'm fucked. And we're driving back to base, and I just remember looking over at Richards multiple times, just be like, dude, I'm too fucked for this right now. I'm so fucked. I'm actually screwed. So many times I told him that.
Or I had the ultimate lock-in.
And we get there, and one of our students in our class, he was like a paraservice, so he was like a sergeant, but he was chill because he was in our class. And I was like, let me test my service skills on him. So I like walked up to him and talked to him all normal. I was like, hey man, it was Christmas, all that shit. And I later asked him, I was like, did you know I was drunk? He was like, no, I didn't. I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God, I did. I was like, did you know I was hammered? And he's like, no, I couldn't tell. I'm like, oh. Because right after that, we had to go up, and we had to sign back in so they knew that we were there. Mm-hmm. And then they also had like our room keys and stuff. And so like, I had to get that from them. And it was just one of the drills, and I had to go up and be like, private boat right here, private so-and-so with me. We got our stuff. I had to talk to them face to face. I had to lock in hard. And I got back to the room, and I remember leaning up against the bathroom door, and I was just like, how the fuck did I just get here, dude? I'm so hammered. What the fuck's going on? I can't believe, like, I was like, I never thought I'd be hammered in this freaking barracks room, but here I am.
Yeah.
God,
And
That's so funny.
one of our friends who was like trying to get out of the army, so he just kind of didn't give a fuck anymore. He was just doing whatever the fuck he wanted. He like came over like after curfew into our room and was just chilling, and he had a vape. And I was like hammered, so I was like, don't let me hit that shit, don't let me hit that shit. So I fucking smacked his vape. 20 minutes later, I'm asleep on the bathroom floor after I threw up everything, dude.
Oh.
And guess what? We had to wake up at 7 a.m. next day for first formation.
Sleeping.
And so I woke up at 7 a.m. Didn't feel like a sleep in. I was super hungover for like until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was the most terrible hangover. And I had to, I woke up like in misery. Like I felt like I was like still in my regular clothes, like just kind of passed out. I don't even know how I got here. And I'm just like, holy fuck, what happened last night, dude?
Army.
I'm like, yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh shit, we're all like getting dressed and we go out there, and I'm just like, I hate my life, I hate my life, I hate my life. My head is pounding, I'm nauseous. Before I went out there, I almost threw up again. Like I was like, I'm so nauseous. And then I already knew they were gonna do like a drug test, like a piss test, when we got back for everybody. And I was like, please don't be today, please don't be today. Because if they test me, there's alcohol in my blood. There's alcohol in my fucking piss right now, I know it.
Did you have to do PT that morning?
No, because it was a weekend. Luckily, they like did our first formation, then we went back to our rooms, and I was like, just miserable. And I didn't get cured until like I said, like 2 p.m. that day. And I was like, fuck.
Damn, fighting through the.
But I survived getting hammered and not getting caught.
Hell
You
yeah.
got caught now.
They know now.
Yeah,
They
you
know.
fought there.
What are they gonna do about it now?
Take you back to training.
Take you
No!
back, take you back to little China.
Yeah, but at phase 2, I did have a little drinking period.
I remember that.
But it got stopped because one of my friends who had went to the phase 2 earlier, I went to his room one day. He's like, hey, I got a present for you. And I was like, okay, let me come see. And he gave me like a Coors Banquet. And I was like, yo, you got a beer? And he opened his fridge. He's like, yeah, dude, I got like 2 12-packs here. I got like 2 handles of Jack. I got 1 handle of vodka. Just in the fridge. Mind you, they told us like no alcohol at all in the barracks. And we will check. We will check. And I'm like, dude, you know they check this rate, right? And he's like, dude, I've been here for like a month and a half. They never checked. I'm fine. But they never look.
A month and a half.
They never look. And I'm like, okay, bro, it's your room, not mine. I'm like, fuck it. Finish my fucking beer and left.
Damn.
And then I started my little drinking saga, where I would have to sneak alcohol in, not through a backpack, but I would go to Circle K. I'd grab 2 beat boxes, and I would grab 4. Because I'd put 2 in one 44 ounce and 2 in another 44 ounce. And so I'd just be like carrying 2 44 ounce Circle K cups in, and like they wouldn't notice, you know. And that's how I used to drink 3 Circle K cups with beatbox. And dude, those are potent.
Yes, they are.
Because I remember like sometimes the last one wouldn't fill up the cup all the way, so I'd just have to like finish it, and it'd be like this much. And by the time we get to the gate, I'd be like, Tom, I'm fucked right now. I only had like this much, but I'm super fucked right now. But yeah. Well, I stopped doing that because one formation they were punishing us because somebody got caught with alcohol in the barracks. I wonder who.
Oh, was it him?
Probably that guy. Yeah, it was. And he got held over longer. He had to stay like a month and a half longer because of that bullshit.
Damn.
And they put him on all night shifts. And he was a surgery assistant. So he was just like in the OR all night long, every fucking day. So yeah, he got caught. Like I told him, I was like, dude, they come. And he's like, no, they don't. I'm like, okay.
Okay, give me that small pipe.
Whatever, see you, bye.
You're like, your funeral, buddy, but that's crazy.
Yeah. But now I'm allowed to drink.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go to
It's free.
whenever I used to go to the movies theaters when I'd see like 3 movies, either between the first and second or the second and third one, I'd go to the Chili's across the street and just like hit away at the happy hour and then see the third one or the second one. It was great.
Hell yeah. Sounds like a great old
It
time.
does sound like a good time.
It was chill. Phase 2 wasn't as bad. It was actually very chill.
Yeah.
We could wear civilians almost. I barely wore my uniform at all actually out there, because when all the war stuff broke out, they're like, okay, you guys can't wear your uniforms into work anymore or like off base. We don't want you like, because people are gonna fucking. There's accounts of people like fucking soldiers up for wearing the uniform out in the city. So they're like, yeah, don't wear your uniforms off base anymore or like to work. You guys can just wear your civilians. And I was like, yes, 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 yes. Hell yeah.
Yes.
So I wore civilians to work like every single day. It was great. And then I got to leave after work whenever I wanted to be finished at like 3 p.m. And I had like the rest of the day to do whatever I wanted. On the weekends I could go do whatever I wanted, eat wherever I wanted, drink, and they never cashed me.
They never catch me.
Never cashed me.
I'm too fly for them.
And I was just working at a hospital. It was great. It was almost just like a normal life with a job. Mostly, except for like formations on Thursdays and yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's like safety meetings every Monday.
You have safety meeting?
Yeah.
Is that
You get a
start?
safety meeting?
Huh?
You get a safety meeting?
Is that like the first thing you guys do in the morning?
Once a week and then usually on Mondays.
Like at the beginning of the week?
Yeah.
Like,
Like the solar meetings.
It's like there's
Don't
something.
run.
It's like they have a book of safety things that is like you just flip to a new page every day, just read it, and sign the sheet, and like yes, I read this, and then just go on.
They did that in and out, dude.
Safety meetings in and out.
Yeah.
I will not potato peel towards. Bang me away.
Yeah. It's literally stuff like that, dude. Literally.
don't wanna nick yourself, bro.
No, it was just. I remember at one of the in-and-out meetings I went to when I was still working there. They came up with like a series of games to kind of learn stuff around the restaurant. But one of the games was like a burger eating contest. And it was like order double and you can take off like one topping. And so I think I took off the lettuce because it's usually like the biggest part of it. I feel like, in my opinion, or was it tomatoes? It was one of those two. I don't remember.
I would have taken off a patty.
Well, you can't do that, dude. It's a double. You have to eat the double without one of the toppings.
Fuck it. That's what
Yeah,
I
the
would
patty's
say.
a topping.
Fuck you, Matt. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you,
Fuck
man.
you, man.
Fuck you, Penn. No, but I got chosen for my group to be the burger eater, and I was like, okay. I put down a fast burger.
Look
like,
at my mouth.
on my 10s, I'd be
I'll
putting that
devour
shit
it.
down ASAP, and I got time to play on my phone too. 10 minutes. So they're like,
10
yeah,
minutes
we want
to
you.
Double.
No, I'm saying on my 10s, I used to put that shit down fast and have most of my time playing on my phone. So they're like, we know you eat fast. I'm like, yeah, I do. And so it was like me versus 2 other people. I fucking won. And there was a picture they took of my victory. I'm like standing up super derpy. I'll have to show y'all like off camera.
You should have been hitting that troll face.
Well, I like finished and like I won, and the picture they took, I'm sitting here like,
Like the crawdad dude.
Yeah, I'll show you after this, but it's funny.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
they like
dude,
hung
that
it
was
up
so
in like
funny.
the back of the store, so like whenever you're eating your burger, you can just look up and
Just
see
see
me.
Jackson
It's like,
back
yay,
there.
I won.
Praising Jesus, dude.
But yeah,
Dude, what if they still have that picture up?
they
What do
don't.
they do with it?
I don't know. They don't, because they did like another theme where they were like, send a picture of you when you were a kid, and I did that too.
They should have given you that picture.
You should have. I have a picture on my phone though.
Dang,
I'll
dude,
take a
that
picture of
sounds fire. Our work meetings suck. They're never that cool.
They were never that cool. There was like one time they were like that cool, and everything else was just so
Fair.
fucking ass. They're like, watch this video that Lindsay just made for you. She's like, don't put your hand on the grill. Don't put the ice on the fryer. All that shit.
Don't shoot the man in the drive-thru.
So yeah, I know what you mean. Those work meetings were ass.
Yeah.
And we had to show up in our fucking non-slip shoes, even if you were just wearing normal clothes. Show up in your shoes.
For real.
So in the picture, you can see me wearing my fucking ghetto-ass non-slip shoes.
Like crocodile skin boots.
Yeah, dude. With my regular
I
outfit.
just have
on.
like just regular shoes. I have like boots now.
I had the regular ones. I never upgraded.
Yeah.
I got boots for work. They're right there.
Those look like
So
shit.
what?
Boots for work.
Those look like shit.
Those look like shit?
Yeah.
That's because
Well-
they have been worn for a year and a half.
Well, lads, do we want to ask you a deep question, and then we can end it?
Sure, ask
When was the last time you wanted to kill yourself?
Oh my god,
Legitimately?
brother, we're not asking them that.
You said deep. It's the last question of the podcast.
Okay, shit, that's
Yeah.
weird and dark, but
Over a year ago.
And how close were you?
That's
oh my god.
I just usually shove that shit out of my mind. I don't know, dude.
I'll tell you my darkest moment if you tell me yours.
Darkest moment in all my life?
I have a story just popped in my head for mine.
Darkest time.
Okay, I know you tried to kill yourself after Phoenix.
Oh my god.
What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
I'm kidding. I know he didn't. I was just playing, bro. It's a gag. It's
Bro's just making a war now.
Alright, thanks for watching Animane.
But I have one more story.
Yes, yeah!
Yes, yes, run.
I'm scared.
Alright, get serious.
You want me to answer that question?
No, I'm gonna tell you my stuff.
Oh, okay.
So,
Whew.
the year is January 2024. I decided to make some New Year's resolutions to make my life better. And I'm going pretty smooth, everything's going pretty well. And then one night, I come home from the gym, had a great day, I was very happy at the gym, and I was like, damn, life's kind of good right now. Hop in the shower, all those thoughts left immediately, like a snap. And they were just filled with like darkness, and I was like, whoa, what is going on? Why am I thinking like this right now? And then I started thinking like, what is life even worth if I'm like not even getting anywhere, and like what am I even doing here?
Anywhere.
Like why am I even doing this, you know? Obviously, like these cliche dark thoughts. Well, I was reading One Piece at the time, just got past the time skip, I was reading Fishman Island, I remember laying down and I was like, well, let me just lighten my mood with One Piece, and I started reading that, and I just like kept pausing on every page, and I was just like, I understand why people want to kill themselves now.
One Piece will do that to you.
Shut
So-
the fuck up.
I finally, I want to put some truth to that though. I feel like I've been into dark places before, like I shared with you in 2022, in very like just fucked up areas. But at no point I want to say what I would have been like, yeah, I think let's end it. I don't think I ever was like at that point. But there was just that point that night where I was just like, these thoughts were uncontrollable. I couldn't stop them. They were just like flooding in my mind, and I just felt this bit of hopelessness. And it kind of more felt like when am I gonna feel good again? Like, why do I feel like this, and when is it gonna stop? And I was like, not trying to do any of it. And I was like, now I see why people kill themselves, because they don't know how to stop this fucking terrible dark thing that's going on to them. And I was just like, wow, is this what real depression feels like? This is fucked. And then I woke up the next day and had another terrible day, and then it got better. But yeah, that was like a weird moment. I don't know why the fuck that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it be.
Anyways, yeah, see ya!
It's not wanting to die, it's just not wanting to feel.
Yeah, exactly. He's just not wanting to feel anymore. It's weird. Never realized like that.
I remember the last time I felt that way.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I was going through the breakup with Lainey.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kaysen was living with me still. Me and him were fighting fucking hard, and I was drinking fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I went for a drunk drive. You know, I wasn't like particularly feeling sad or anything, but I went out to, you know, if you can go under the bridge by the mall.
Yeah.
And like go up that dirt road.
Mm-hmm.
And like kind of goes past the mountain. There's like a power plant over there and a trail on the left.
Yeah.
I went up there and ended up with my bottle of Tennessee honey, of course.
Of course.
I ended up walking out there for fucking so long, dude. I called Laney. I was fucking crying, dude. I was drinking that damn bottle. I was walking for so long, dude. And it wasn't that I wanted to die. It was just like I'm just so sick of feeling this way. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay out here, and if I'm gonna sleep in that fucking cave right there, and if I fucking freeze to death, I freeze to death.
Mm-hmm.
And Lainey kind of got that feeling because I was like on the phone with her and stuff, and she told my parents. My parents came and got me, and I fucking almost had to go to the hospital and stuff. And it's pretty gay.
Yeah. So you know how it feels.
I know how it feels.
You don't know how it feels.
Oh, I feel for you guys,
Oh yeah. Always feeling for people, but not myself.
brother.
Anyways, you can
Oh,
hang
I
out,
promise.
dude. You can
I know you can hang.
Yeah, you
yourself.
can. You can end it, dude.
Okay.
End it.
Ended already.
Jerry, wake up.
You.
Jerry, hit that button.
Well, that was a deep one for sure. Like for like,
That was an army one with a deep cherry on top.
yeah. This one's gonna be called "Basic Training Sucks, Asshole," and it's trauma inducing.
I thought we were gonna make this one called "Try to Act Sober."
Yeah.
We'll figure out the title.
Let's call it One Nutty Discussion.
2.
Yeah, 2 nutty discussion. 3 nutty.
Let's call it Colin Sits in the Corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. With a live audience member.
Yeah.
With Colin.
Well, we'll end it. Bye, guys. It's been
Thanks
fun.
for watching, guys.
Tune in next
And
week.
If you loved this episode, make sure to subscribe and like and comment and favorite.